Let's try a thought experiment. Imagine you want to build a powerful online community that can be engaged, activated, and monetized. And you've got two options. Option one, follow some variation of the online community building playbook. So you define your niche and your target audience, you provide value, engage with members, foster relationships, and then monetize through paid memberships, affiliate marketing, online courses, whatever works for you. Or option two, which is set up a LinkedIn group, completely ignore it, then come back to it 10 years later and see what's happened. I'm guessing you'd go with option one. I would. But that's not what I want to talk about, because option two is a real life example. And the person who did that now runs an international network of 150,000 people. It's got a growing paid membership and even gives out grants to support their work and well-being. It kind of blew my mind. Welcome to the Content Mavericks Club. Welcome back to the Content Mavericks Club. I'm Jason Caffrey, and in this takeaway edition, I'm going to share some lessons from my interview episode with Mark Walmsley, who's the founder of the Arts and Culture Network, or ACN. And yes, he really did build the ACN from a LinkedIn group he ignored for an entire decade. Now, my conversation with Mark got me thinking about happy accidents, which in fact have an illustrious track record in the history of human progress. You could say the fates were smiling, for instance, when superglue or X-rays or penicillin were discovered. But outright neglect? Actually, penicillin might qualify. The Scottish scientist Sir Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin when he got back from holiday sometime in 1928 to find that one of his petri dishes had been overrun by bacteria-repellent mold. Maybe Mark Walmsley can relate. Because back in 2010, he started a LinkedIn group, then promptly forgot about it. A whole decade later, as the UK went into COVID lockdown, Mark checked in on that group. What did he find? It had grown to 18,000 members without him doing anything. So not mold exactly, but definitely culture.
Yes, it's funny. My strategy was negligence.
Now, in fairness to Mark, and this is a crucial point, once he realised what he had with that group, he went to work. And today, the Arts and Culture Network does indeed have 150,000 members worldwide, with about 3,000 of them paying £10 a month for full benefits. What's more, he achieved that with a marketing budget that he describes as less than not lots. Mark pays for web hosting and LinkedIn Premium, and that's about it.
I don't do any advertising, and I don't do any sponsored posts at all. I'm very fortunate in that respect. It's like there's gold sitting at the top of it in this funnel. It's not easy to drag people down it, and throwing money at it is not necessarily the answer. Even if I could employ somebody to do nothing but write to our members and tell them there's a full membership option, I could only do a certain amount of that per day because of the limits that LinkedIn imposes on daily activity.
Instead of throwing money at advertising and promotion, Mark focused on growing the ACN organically on LinkedIn. And by the way, his personal following there now tops 33,000. Not too shabby. But Mark's greatest challenge right now is not attracting new members to the free LinkedIn group. He's already got 150,000 people in his funnel. The trick is converting those free members to paid members. And this is perhaps where his LinkedIn first strategy meets its limits. He's got this huge free membership cohort, but LinkedIn groups are a bit fire and forget. People join them, but don't always engage. And that makes it harder for Mark to sell those free members on a paid membership.
It's my view that at any given time, insufficient numbers of the right kind of people even know you exist. So there are tens of thousands of people who have joined the LinkedIn group who are not even aware that there's a full member option, let alone the benefits that brings. So that's the challenge. And if I could press a button and send them all an email, I would.
It's worth mentioning at this point that Mark has a strong background both in art and marketing. He's recorded with the City of Birmingham Symphony Orchestra under Sir Simon Rattle, and he's run his own branding consultancy. So, much like Fleming with his Petri dish, Mark was in a good position to recognise and take advantage of his unexpected opportunity. I mean, let's face it, most of us presented with a dish full of mould, we just chuck it in the bin, right? But Mark's experience got me thinking, am I exploiting my marketing assets with focus and purpose? Am I making the best out of my time, energy, and hard-earned cash? And am I so focused on driving down the road I've chosen that I'm overlooking opportunities? Not many of us have an 18,000 strong LinkedIn group lost down the back of the sofa. But Mark's story highlights the potential of overlooked assets to drive your digital marketing and maybe even your entire business. So here are my takeaways. First, exploit your assets. Review and reevaluate your existing resources and ask yourself, what opportunities do they offer? Take a look back at your social media groups, your email lists, your past projects. They may hold untapped potential for growth and engagement. Second, focus your efforts where they have most impact. None of us have unlimited resources, so don't spread yourself too thin. It's far better to nail one channel where you know you're meeting your target audience than to be ineffective across multiple outlets because you just can't give them all the proper attention. And my third and final takeaway is nurture owned media. I'm fascinated by the challenge Mark faces in converting free members to paid members. He was really candid about this when we spoke, and I was struck by just how hard it is for him to achieve those paid conversions on LinkedIn. His frustration at not being able to communicate effectively with his prospects at scale illustrates the importance of owned media channels where you can reach your audience on your own terms, whether that's your website, an email list, or a podcast. So that's it for this takeaway edition of the Content Mavericks Club. Don't forget to grab the free cheat sheet for this episode. The link's in the description. If you'd like to find out more about how Mark built the ACN, go and check out my full-length interview with him. That's available now on the Content Mavericks Club feed, wherever you find that. And I'd love to know what you think. Maybe you would have taken option 2 all along. Let me know in the comments or leave a review with your thoughts. I'm Jason Caffrey. This is the Content Mavericks Club. Thank you for your time. Until the next episode, goodbye.